Hi guys, these are some pictures of the Harley Davidson Museum. I had gone there a couple of years ago, so thought I'd just throw these in.
Hey yo, in my mind I'm a fighter, my heart's a lighter, my soul is the fluid, my flow sparks it right up. An arthritis, Arthur with arthritis, carpal tunnel, Marshall with startitis, hard-headed and hot-headed, bull-headed and pig-headed. Headed a prick, a big headache, I'm sick, quick with it for every lyric, spit it, there are 6 critics who wait for me to slip with it, so quick, this dynamite stick, buried a wick, it's gonna explode any minute, some lunatic lit it, and it's not Nelly, do not tell me to stop yelling, when I stop selling, I quit, so stop dwelling, I'm not failing, you are not ready, cause I got...
These are some photos of when I shipped my bike with Air Canada 2 years ago.
Jelly, like Beyonce's pot belly, this is destiny. Yes, money, I'm off running, so get off of me. I'm not slowing or softening. No,
I don't figure this rap shit out, I maps it out strategically. Timing is everything, and it seems to be the key to my success. I've learned from Eve repeatedly. The evil genius, beat them seeds. Timing is everything, and it seems to be the key. Let them dish you first and respond immediately. In order to master the art of war, don't start a war. Shit, not no more. We done scared them off. They're on no more. Victim to sick. I'm fixing.
It's my understanding that this city was set up by the communists and was a major not manufacturing but industrial town or city. And you can tell by the buildings, everything is very practical. It's actually pretty interesting to drive around in that. I did a little drive around my GoPro, which will come up in a few minutes, so enjoy guys.
Pick some and start shit. Ain't got no pictures to rip and shit to throw darts at. Ain't got no more targets. Shit, Irv and Jeff, we done beat them to death. And Zeno in death. It seems to just be no one left to bully. Bush is pussy. Why the fuck you think his name's Bush? Bush is bushy. Ain't shit going on. Shit, I've been getting so bored lately. I'm thinking of doing some shit to get you to go and hate me again. Tell the truth, I like this shit better than shit. I can spit better. I'm about to kick that shit again. Look, the game just ain't the same. It's changing. Shit, Dre's quitting, Jay's quitting. Now it's just Wanks to just saying the same shit. It's fake and it's ancient, it's making me so bored, I'ma just make a new language. Fuck you cover, upper you upper Uber. You can suffer back my big to a tuba. Some other do my llama. I'm not a human, I'm a suicidal, supersonic, suicidal Unabomber. You think I'm the new Osama, present I'm the new Madonna. Jeffrey Dahmer left me with his legacy to carry on. A lot of talking rumors on us, who's the hottest to be honest. Hip-hop ain't been the same since Tupac moved to Cuba on.
I'm cancerous, so when I diss, you wouldn't want to answer this if you responded back with a battle rap you wrote for cannabis. I strangle you to death and I choke you again and break your freaking legs till your bones poke through your skin. You beef with me, I'ma even the score equally. Take you on Jerry Springer and beat your ass legally. I get you blunted off the funny homegrown, cause when I smoke out, I hit the trees harder than Sonny Bono. So if I said I never did drugs, that would mean I lie and get laid more than the president does. Hillary Clinton tried to slap me and call me a pervert. I ripped the freaking tonsils out and fed a server. My nerves hurt and lately I'm on edge. Grab Vanilla Ice and ripped out his blonde dreads. Every girl I ever went out with is gone last. Follow me and do exactly what the song says. Smoke weed, take pills, drop out of school, kill people and drink, then jump behind the wheel like I was still legal.
this little snack that I had. And this is the highest wooden structure in the world from what I understand.
Breaking hearts, pills and thrills and acting smart. Dead end kids in the danger zone. All of you are drunk and stoned. Dead end kids, you're not alone. You sleep in the streets and you're not at home. In the naked city, spaces ain't that pretty. As I was getting dusted, I happened to get busted. Oh yes, I was arrested. Oh God, how I protested. They beat me with a board. It hurt just like a sword. They kicked me in the eye. My brain began to cry.
Yeah, here we go. I got them all set up. Starting to cook some supper here. I made a bit of an error. I usually pick up water before I start looking for a camping spot, and today I got kind of sidetracked and I forgot to pick up water. So I'm gonna have to do without water. I've got some baby wipes, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a bird bath, and I've only got very little water left in for my drinking. But I'll make do, not a problem. It's only one night. Tomorrow morning I'll figure everything out. While I was at the last campground, I met a guy, Thomas, that Polish guy, and he was really pretty friendly, and we talked for a few hours and that, and he had suggested some places to go see, and I asked him about some, let's say, local or traditional or whatever Polish alcohol, and this is what this is one of the ones he had suggested to me here. See if we can get it up there. Here we go. So Saflaka. It's supposed to be like an herbal vodka. It's made out of, I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how I like it. Yeah, it's more than drinkable. It's very good. Yeah, it's all right. It was a good choice. So yeah, so I'm all set up, just cooking supper, and we'll talk to you after I get supper made up. Okay, so supper's basically ready to go. I had a little bit of a pasta sauce left over from yesterday. Excuse me. And but I didn't have any meat, and since I don't have any water, I'm obviously not going to make any rice or pasta, which is okay. We'll do without. I've got some bread still from earlier today that I had bought, and it's actually pretty good. See if we can get it out here. It's let's see. I'm not even sure. It's almost like it's a heavier bread, almost like a rye bread or something. But I know it's not rye, but it's a little bit heavier, but still like a light rye, the equivalent of a light rye. But here it is. Yeah. So I've got that instead of pasta, which I'm going to eat. And when I went into the store, as I had mentioned before, I looked for meat, and I just looked to see what was on sale, and that's basically what I took. I knew I wanted to get like a hamburger kind of thing, so I just looked to see what was on sale, and there's some minced pork was on sale. So that's what I picked up. This is what it looks like here. Here we go. And yeah, so I'm gonna give that a go. It's all I do is I have some Montreal steak sauce here. And I put that on just about everything when I'm with meat, anyways. When I'm cooking, and when you're camping, it gives it a little bit of taste there, and you don't need a lot of different kind of spicing. That kind of covers it all. I maybe put some pepper in there, and that's about it. I usually look to see what I have, and then I come up with a concoction, and it usually is pretty good. So we're gonna give this a little bit of a try, see what it's like here. It's probably still a little bit hot. I'm gonna have a little bit of sauce here. Good, no problem. It's pretty basic eating there. It'll fill the hole, and with some bread and drinking some of this herbal vodka, everything should go well. All right, thanks guys. All right, so dinner is done. I end up taking a piece of bread and cleaning out my my pot. So tomorrow when I stop off for fuel, I have to get some water and I'll clean it up really good. That ended up costing me about the meat cost me about $1.50, and with the other ingredients probably another $1 or so. So for $2 or $3 I made myself supper, and I had a lot of meat there. So usually that'd be good for 2 meals, but since I didn't want to keep it for another day, so I just ate it all and ate with a little bit of bread, and yeah, it ended up being really good. Yeah, I like this vodka. It has a little bit of a bite to it, but not really. Well, yeah, it has a little bit of a bite to it there, but it's good. I did I made a little bit of a dent into it, and that bottle, it's 500 milliliter, and that cost me about $7. Yeah, it's about $7. So it's the alcohol here is not overly expensive. It's not too bad. Actually, it's pretty reasonable. And yeah, also you might have saw me maybe itching and scratching a little bit there earlier. There is quite a bit of mosquitoes here, but they're not biting too badly. Usually in Canada there, when you'd have this many mosquitoes, they'd just be eating you alive. Here, they don't seem to be as aggressive. So they are around for sure quite a bit, and they do bite, but they don't seem to be as aggressive as the ones in Canada. Also, I finally got I've been carrying around these. Let's see that. You see that? That's the Bix, and I've been carrying that around for a couple of years, and I never use them. I never think of it, and but only the other day somebody had mentioned it to me, and it kind of reminded me. I said, "Oh yeah, well, I should be starting to use those." So, anyway, since the mosquitoes are a little bit bad around here, I did just light up a Bic and put it between my legs there. Excuse me, and yeah, I don't know if it helped very much, but it couldn't have hurt. The other thing is, I had my trunk. I had mounted my jerry can, my water can, and fuel can on top of my trunk. Now, I don't run with that full. They're empty. When I have them on top of my trunk, they're empty, so it's not a lot of weight. It's some volume that's up there, so it is a little bit of wind resistance, but they're empty. When I have them full, it's usually like the water. I'll fill it up and I'll put it on top there, but I'll only run for another 20 minutes, half an hour at the most with that on top. And like when I went up to Tuktoyaktuk and I did run with my jerry can full of fuel, I actually had it in one of my panniers, so the weight was down low. But anyways, before I was using my trunk as a table, and I really liked it. But since I put my fuel cans or my containers on top of my trunk, I couldn't use it. But today, actually, I think yesterday I thought about it. I said, oh, what about if I just put it upside down, see how that worked out? So it was kind of just a fleeting thought. And then when I came in today, the ground's kind of got high grass all around here, if you can see. Oh, thanks to the vodka. Anyways, it's pretty high grass around here. So I wanted to get a little bit off the ground, and that's when I remembered, oh yeah, I turned my trunk upside down, see how that'll work. And actually it worked pretty good. I put down a heat shield so I protect the aluminum, because the trunk's only made of aluminum, and there is quite a bit of heat generated by this stove at the bottom. So with that little heat shield on, that protects it from see, and the little heat shield on the bottom. Yeah, that protects it, and it seems like it's going to work out okay. So yeah, never kind of when you have a thought, don't right away just throw it away. You know, sometimes you have some pretty good ideas. We all have some pretty good ideas, but most times we just go, whatever, I'm not gonna do that, or that's not how I've done it before, or whatever. But sometimes when you have a new idea or something, maybe think about it a bit, contemplate it a little bit, and maybe if it's not going to cost you anything, give it a try and see how it works out. This actually worked out really well, and I'll probably start to make this a little bit of a habit. To be honest, it's a little bit high, because if you look at it from me now, it's a little bit high. It's perfect without the containers on there, and it's just the trunk. It's at a perfect height. But yeah, it still works pretty good, especially when in this kind of terrain. I'll be doing this. So anyways, guys, that's basically it for tonight. And we'll talk to you again. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye. All right, so I'm all packed up here, and it's going to do a last little walk around. When you're while camping or camping at any time, you should do this for a couple of reasons. One reason, just to see if you've forgotten anything. I know I've done it more than once or twice and had to go back or had to do without. So yeah, just take a quick look around, see if there's anything. And the other reason is to clean up after yourself. You should always, when I was in the military, one thing that used to really piss us off, but now I do understand it in that, is that we would always make the range, when we went to the range would always be a hell of a lot cleaner when the Canadians left than when they got there. And it really pissed us off, because we'd be going through and we'd be picking up everybody else's garbage. But now I kind of keep to that same philosophy, or that same idea, where I try to leave it cleaner than what I found it. So I'll pick up I'm not trying to save the world here. If it's really dirty, then so be it. But I'll pick up some extra garbage, just so it's a little bit better than what I found it. And the other reason really is because, sometimes, like anybody else, I forget or whatever, and I leave it maybe a little bit messy, or I forget my garbage. I've done that where I've collected all my garbage, but then I forgot it there. But so it's kind of just even the playing field kind of thing. So everything looks good, and I'm going to head out. Okay, guys, thanks.